Hi, this is the setup video for SOUNDVISION. I would strongly suggest to put on some chill out music because this is going to be dry and it's going to take a while, but I will try to go through all the steps that are a bit tricky and help you with them. This is the most boring video I have ever made in my life, and I'm very, very sorry. Our setup is a basic gaming PC. We have a 3-year-old Core i7 as the CPU and a GTX 1060 as the GPU. You will need a Windows PC running Windows 10. Next, let's hop over to the GitHub repository and check out what types of software we need. First, if you open the page, it should look something like this. I might have to move the repo in the future, but it's pretty straightforward. There will be a clone or download somewhere. Click that and say download zip. And this should take a while. While this is loading, we can check out the install for Unity. Make sure that you use the correct versions for the software in order to run the project. Otherwise, it might break the software and you might have to start over again. If you click the download link for Unity, it should take you to the download archive for Unity. And there you will have to search for Unity 2019.3.3. The process is pretty straightforward, so I will not go into depth here. Next, we'll have to download Pure Data, which is the part of software that we're using to analyze the audio and then send it off into Unity to work with it. Here, we'll download the 64-bit executable. And while this is still downloading, we can already run here. Windows is asking me if I'm okay to install the software without the App Store. I say yes, and I go through the process. And Pure Data looks just like this. Once you have Pure Data installed, you will have to add an additional library. Go to Help, zusätzliche Objekte im Internet finden, or install additional objects. I guess it might be in English. Search for Timbre, T-I-M-B-R-E, and you will find Timbre ID, which is a library that enables us to do even more analyzation audio-wise. Pure Data is basically visual programming language, so you can add objects, connect them up with cables, and make them do things. You can also do simple maths with it. But you can do much more complex things as well. For example, my buddy Toby is doing reverbs, delays, sound effects, and all kinds of crazy things with it. For our last software, SOUNDVISION, we used Pure Data to basically do everything that was controlling the visuals. Now we make it much more simple, and Pure Data will just be the analyzation part of the software. While you are in Pure Data, check your settings. For the audio settings, I'm running a block length of 64, but I noticed that when you don't have an external sound card installed, you might need to change it to 1024 or something higher. And then also check the input devices that you're using. In our case, we're using an X32 compact mixer, but if you're, for example, just using the internal sound card, just set the channel to 2 and then choose your sound device here. If you're using MIDI, then you can change your MIDI device here. The download should have finished right now in the background. It should look something like this. Don't worry, we're almost there. We'll just have to install 2 more pieces of software. First, it's Microsoft Visual Studio 2017 is the version that we are using in the project. And then the Azure Kinect SDK, which is the part of software that we're using to get the data from the 3D camera that we're running for our setup. I'm not really sure if you actually need it for the project to run. I will not deinstall it on my system because I learned the very hard way, never change a running system. Almost there. We'll just have to find the project files now, find the download folder where you download them, unpack them. And this is quite a large file because it's actually the whole history of the development of SOUNDVISION in one folder. I apologize for that, but it's actually quite interesting how messy I am with my files. I'm sorry. I hope you have some good music on while watching this unpacking procedure. And it's finished. And now you can copy this to a position of your liking. And now comes the moment to actually open the project. And you will be greeted by the Unity Hub window. Just click Add here. Search on your hard drive for the file that you just extracted. The folder should be called SOUNDVISION Public Master. Go in there and then select SOUNDVISION_public and select open folder or select folder. And then this should pop up here and you can just start it. And then this will actually take quite a while. While this is loading, listen to some more relaxing music. Like literally, this might take 5 to 10 minutes to load. I might get another sausage now. I didn't find sausage, but I found a nice wine. I'm still seeing the Unity logo on the other screen, and it's still loading. So this is the most boring video I have ever made in my life, and I'm very, very sorry. Really. And it opened. This is amazing. Directly go into the console and check for errors. You will find a lot of errors in here. But don't actually worry about those because they just stem from deprecated scenes that I have been no longer working in. So just hit clear. And yeah. That's how you install SOUNDVISION. The first thing you can do now is to search for Analyzer in the search bar here. If you double click that, it will open up Pure Data for you. And it will look just like this. You will be greeted most probably by some more errors. Interesting. So this is the Analyzer part of SOUNDVISION now. These are basically the audio inputs. They are sent in here to this core system where all the audio data gets analyzed, but we don't actually have to worry about this because everything should be hooked up in Unity right now. In Unity, just hop over to Scenes, Examples, and then, for example, open the scene Smoother, double-click it. You will be presented with these two very beautiful balls. Start the scene. Here on the left in the hierarchy window, go to PD backend, then PD level bind on the right side. Select the channel that you are analyzing or that you want to analyze. For me, that is channel 16. And now you should see these balls changing size with my voice. If you make the release time longer, the right ball should be much smoother than the left ball. So yeah, that's it. I'm very sorry that this video took so long and was so dry and boring. I hope you found it useful anyway. And in the next videos, I'm going to get into SOUNDVISION and how to use the tools actually. Bye.